Eric, that can fluctuate throughout a contest, so they're constantly monitored to make sure that he's okay. Just a great student athlete, but again, you have to make sure that he's healthy when he's at the plate. And a guy also in Mich that can pitch too, so it's kind of a weird situation. He could be pitching well for 3 innings if he's pitching in a game, but if the blood sugar levels change too much, they have to pull him out of the contest.
Yeah, certainly. And that's something, as you mentioned, that the training staff monitors inning to inning, and he'll come in and get that check, and we're going to see a foul tip. Rod Sink all over that one. Mich tried to check his swing, but didn't get the bat out of the way.
And Lento loves it. It's a strike, and the count now goes 2-1. 2 outs, top of the first, scoreless between the Wildcats and the Celtics. So glad to have you here on CSN. Johnson, the Rock, and the 2-1. And fouls that one off at the plate. The count is even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kyle Mich. A great offensive threat, too. He's also a guy that, when you look at it, was injured last year, didn't play. But you see that batting average. No, he makes contact. He's hit .381. He's knocked in 5 runs. Already has a double on the campaign as well.
He's a good number 3 hitter for this ball club. They don't have a lot of home runs.
Polo near the line, and Jason goes over and makes the catch in fair territory for the out. Well, they faced a minimum of 3, even though there was a walk and an error. We played a half inning. We are scoreless here on CSN. There are the Hilltoppers grilling out a bunch of student athletes that come to a lot of the sporting events here, and they've got a great vantage point, Eric Welch. There's a mound beyond center field that can almost act as a hitter's eye and a wind support as well, too, and they grill before the games. Occasionally, they will play the Jimi Hendrix version of the national anthem as well, too, to get into the mood, just to enjoy the action. And a great afternoon as we check out the batting order now for Chris Huseman and his Celtics. What a job he has done with this program in 4 short years. Rob Phillips to lead it off the shortstop, and it's Jared King hitting second at first base. At second base, batting third is Ben Sword. Clean up, it's Alex Schillig, the third baseman. Hitting number 5, Josh Leno. Hitting 6, Tyler Keiss is the DH in this contest for Neil Johnson, the pitcher. Alex Ring hitting 7 in center. Hitting number 8, it's Jason Polo, the right fielder, and Mike Adolph will bat number 9, and he's in the left field. Eric Robbins on the hill. There you see Chris Huseman. And year number 4, mentioned a state championship just about a decade ago with Alder. Seems like it was only yesterday.
Well, that was a good ball club that really played well throughout the season, but obviously caught fire toward the end of the season. And a great job by Coach Huseman. He's looking to do the same thing here at Jerome.
First pitch on the inside corner, a strike to Robert Phillips, hitting .500 on the campaign. The offering from one Eric Robbins. You can see his numbers in limited time on the hill this season. He's a pop-up pitcher. He's effective, and he can throw more things than even Rod the kitchen sink. I mean, this guy has got the complete repertoire on the hill. Fastball, curve, changeup, slider, knuckle. Then he can go sidearm as well, too. So he can give you the same pitches with different looks. And look at that bend on that thing. Stays high.
2 knuckleballs in a row now, Randy. And he's going to have to get that baseball over because Dublin Jerome is going to wait him out, make him throw strikes.
And you go from high with a knuckleball to that one he held on to too long, and the count is now 3-1 in the favor of Mr. Phillips at the plate. A guy that is a playmaker. Good on-base percentage. That's why he's hitting the top of the order. In fact, he thought that was ball 4, but instead the count goes full now at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Phillips. King and Sword to follow. Jared King, a switch hitter, hitting number 2 in the batting order for Coach Huseman. Here's a rock in the full count offering. And late swing, that one slices that one foul out of play. You know, Eric, throughout the day, not a cloud in the sky. Come out to leave for this game, and it's overcast. And now some of the more threatening clouds have departed to western states. Just quite puffy clouds right now. That one was fouled out of play and off your car. We'll do it again at 3-2.
I don't park that close. I need the exercise. But when I came out and got closer to Dublin here, I thought it was going to rain, actually. The dark clouds, you see, we've got 70 degrees, humidity 44%.
Too short. Williams gobbles it up, throws across the diamond. Nicely done by Brian Williams. It goes 6-3 if you're scoring at home for the first out here in the bottom first inning. Defensively for the Wildcats, it shapes up like this. They like the W's in the corners. It is Ben Williams in left, and it is Jake Wilson in right, and Kyle Mich in center. Infield, third to first, some more W's. And Jared White, Brian Williams, Dominic Palumbo, Derek Landis. Behind the dish is Brad Pruitt on the hill. Eric Robbins, Jared King at the plate, and his first pitch is knocked foul, third base side and out of play. And this is a guy that is a horse already. And quite often when you talk about a guy that is just a youngster, a sophomore. You don't talk about a guy that's that big of a factor on a team, but he can do it offensively and defensively, and that pitch is too far inside. He doesn't get a chance to do anything else. This is plunked by that one. So a one-out base runner for the Celtics.
And last year, we got to look at both Kings. His older brother Jason has gone on to Kansas State. There you get a look at that inside pitch, off-speed pitch. May have been the knuckleball. King's off and running to first base. He said, "I'll take that one."
And Ben Sword will head up to the plate as King is aboard. So one-out base runner. Sword is a guy that's hitting .400 on the campaign, one of the co-captains for Coach Huseman and company. In there with a heater for a strike, 0-1 to count. Yeah, runner down at first is King. On the season, he is 2 of 3 in stolen bases. Check his lead, being held there by Derek Landis.
Through 11 games, Randy, Dublin Jerome has 20 stolen bases in 31 attempts, so Chris Huseman will get them going. And what he's going to try to do is pick the right pitch. One of those off-speed pitches, a knuckleball in the dirt or a curveball to run on.
That one is lined foul, third base side, and that was just kind of a half-hearted effort there by Chris Huseman, the head coach, who's coaching down at third. Give him half an A for an attempt there. He's at third, and then Ron Bookmeyer is coaching down at first. Numbers on Ben Swart so far in the campaign at .400. Knocked in 10. He's got a couple of doubles to boot. King gets the lead. Here's the pitch way outside. It's going to be a wild pitch, and will now put Jared King in scoring position.
Well, let's see if Robbins can do what the Celtics did to him in the top half of the first inning when he made it to second on a walk and a wild pitch. A little bit different order there. It was actually the same pitch, but then he got picked off before Neil Johnson even threw the ball to the plate.
Swart is the guy that last year was hitting in the number 4 spot. This year they move him up to the number 3 hole, and the guy I remember early in his career played some football here for the Celtics as well too. Alex Chillick, the third baseman, will be on deck. Ben Swart, too, by the way, a 4-year starter in baseball for Coach Huseman and company. Next offering, waits on it. High pop up, first base side near the stands, and out of play. We'll do it again now. Count of 1-2. That's
a great catch by someone
yeah.
behind the Celtic dugout. He went a long way to get that. That was Ray Noe were in for him.
It was last year's captain, Ray and Corey Valentine, now at Wittenberg. Tyler Noss at Muskingum, and Austin Moulter now playing at Rio Grande. Runner at second. 1 out in the first, scoreless. Robbins gets the sign now for Pruitt. Here's the offering. Off-speed pitch, and a good job by Pruitt just to keep it in front of him. That's the thing you want to do. We've touched on it so many times, Eric. If you can't catch it, at least keep the ball in front of you.
Surround it, knock it down.
Beat it up.
Get the glove between your legs. Don't try to catch it when it's in the dirt.
Talk nice to it.
Exactly.
2-2 the count. On Swart, here's the offering. Nice bend on that one, and just misses low. The count is full now. And the one thing I was told about Mr. Robbins on the hill, when he tosses, he could throw 70 pitches in 2 innings. He's a pop-up pitcher, and he's got so many different pitches. You never know what you'll see, but you'll see a lot of them. And he tries to wait on that one. Mistimes it, goes down on strikes. 2 outs here in the first inning.
Well, you get a look at Ben Swart there. He's not happy. In the last 2 pitches, he tried to call timeout before Robbins delivered the pitch, but wasn't granted the timeout, so he wasn't ready to swing at that. That was a pretty tough knuckleball there, Randy.
Charlie Huff lives now on the high school level. Or Picanicro brother. 2 outs now. First pitch way inside to Alex Schilling, the third baseman. Comes in with an average of .333. You can see he's walked 6 times. He's knocked in 4 runs. Throw down to second base.
And Robbins says, "You got me. I'm going to try to get you." On the pitch before, the shortstop Brian Williams snuck in behind King, and as he was trying to break back to his position, he slipped and fell. He's got daylight again here. Oof.
And gets away from the catcher all the way to the backstop. Another wild pitch, and that will allow Jared King to advance to third. So without the benefit of a hit, King was plunked by a pitch, and 2 wild pitches now have advanced him to third base. 2 outs. And the other thing we should mention, we saw the batting average from Westerville South being somewhat high. You should take a look at that one more time. And again, slide your body out there for Brad Pruitt. But neither team has produced a lot of runs in recent games, so you just wonder if it's a situation where you will play early on for that run just to get the upper hand.
Well, I think you will, Randy, with the MO, especially for Jerome, but they're getting better. Westerville